Hello, I'm Stephanie McElmore, and I'm with Volo Foundation, and I'm joined today by Terra Pascarosa, the National Campaign Director at EarthDay.org. Welcome, Terra. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. It's fun to be with you all.
Yes, so Tara's going to tell us today about Earth Day. It's celebrated on April 22nd. She's going to give us some more information and share with us what they have in store for this year. So, Tara.
Yeah, so we're excited. As you mentioned, Earth Day is April 22nd, and we are having our Earth Day Live event this year. This is the second year that we are doing it virtual due to the pandemic. So we're all making the best of it. Last year, we had over 8 million viewers and impressions. So we are aiming for that same size audience this year. As you know, April 22nd, it falls on a Thursday this year. So very excited about the event and looking forward to having to uplift all of our amazing partners' voices. We will be kicking it off from 12 to 4 Eastern Standard Time on Earth Day. And leading up to Earth Day, what's really exciting too, is that we have parallel summits that are leading up to Earth Day. So on the 20th and 21st, we are having several summits. There will actually be 3 of them that we're working on this year. And one of them will focus on the youth and a youth summit. We'll have another one for climate literacy and education, and then another environmental justice summit that'll lead up to Earth Day.
That's amazing. So tell us, how did Earth Day get started? Where did this all start from?
Yeah, so back in 1970, that is the first official Earth Day, right? And it was started as an event that was celebrated around the world, and it was on April 22nd as well. And this was to demonstrate support for environmental protections. Gaylord Nelson announced the idea for a teach-in on college campuses, and he announced it on the national media. He got involved, Pete McCloskey, who's a Republican congressman at the time, and they also recruited Dennis Hayes, who was a young activist at the time. So these teach-ins were basically exactly what they say. They wanted folks to actually teach the youth and college students and students all over the world about the environmental movement and what was happening, how we could organize campuses and get those college students involved. And they chose April 22nd to maximize the greatest student participation. So it inspired 20 million Americans to take the streets. So our mission is to continue that and to make sure that we are diversifying the movement, we're educating the movement, and we're activating folks to actually see what's happening here on Earth Day, and not just for April 22nd, but this is year round. Earth Day is every day. To me, I mean, my name is Terra, it means earth, so I obviously didn't miss my calling. My parents knew what they were doing, but we want to save the earth and all of its inhabitants 365 days a year. There's so many great conversations happening with different partners from all over the world. And like I said, this is an international event, so we're bringing international voices to the forefront for this event. And while a lot of it is still in the mix and we're putting our run of show together, we're really excited to get federal agencies involved, nonprofit groups involved, the faith community involved, children, educators, you name it, businessmen, all walks of life coming together for Earth Day to make sure that we are commemorating this as a day that is important for us, to make sure that this is a real deal to take care of this earth. This isn't like a big day to celebrate. It's a day to say, like, what are we going to do about it? How are we going to combat climate change and make a difference? And the theme for Earth Day this year in 2021 is to restore our earth. So it's an amazing theme that resonates with so many folks because we have so many things that we need to do to restore this earth, from combating climate change. And also with the pandemic, it ties in with that too, because we need to restore our health as well and the balance.
Yeah, that's incredible. So what are the best ways for people to get involved in Earth Day this year?
Yeah, so the best way to get involved this year is we want you to check out the Earth Day Live event. Like I said, that's going to be on Thursday, April 22nd. There will be parallel summits leading up to that. And we will have all of this information put on our website, which is www.earthday.org. And you can go to that site and you can click right on our Restore Our Earth page. And the Restore Our Earth page will have a toolkit for everybody. So whether you want to volunteer and do a cleanup this year, that's a really popular event because of COVID and because not everyone is able to get out into groups in this day and age right now. You can do a cleanup on your own, right? And we have an amazing app called Earth Challenge. And that app will enable you to actually log the litter that you're picking up during the global cleanups that people are participating in. So we're finding that to be an amazing event that people are really excited about getting involved in, cleaning up their neighborhoods. Go to some of these frontline communities, right, where the people really need our help. And we need to make a difference in these communities that are on the front lines where they're, we want to make sure that we're getting involved. A lot of churches are getting involved in these cleanups. And we have groups from all over the world contact us saying, like, what can we do? And so not only can you get involved on that day, and we'll be live streaming it on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, and it'll be live streaming in international countries as well. So we will make sure that folks can get involved in cleanups. And then if you go onto our Restore Earth website, you can actually take a look at all of our other campaigns that we're working on. So we have the Canopy Project, which is sustainable, and we're planting trees all over the world for sustainability. So that campaign is really important. But at the forefront of all of our work this year too is climate literacy. We want to make sure that we're incorporating climate literacy into all of our curriculums all over the world, that we're actually training our employees at different facets to know what climate literacy is. What does it mean to understand what we're doing to our climate and what we can do to improve it? Because we're all about solutions and taking positive actions to clean this up. So climate literacy is right at the forefront. Like I said, we have the Great Global Cleanups. We have a plastic pollution campaign. We want to make sure that we are not littering plastic. We want to make sure people are picking up their masks. So as I mentioned, that's a big event that people are getting involved in this year. We have the Canopy Project, which I also mentioned. So we love making sure we're getting these trees planted all over the world as well. And then we also have a regenerative agriculture and a food prints for the future, which is our food and the environment campaign.
That's great. That's amazing. There's so many exciting things happening that week. That sounds wonderful. And people can really get involved and start taking action and learning more about all of these great ways that they can help be a part of the solution. And I think that's fantastic. We're so excited.
As I mentioned, we're organizing 3 parallel climate action summits on April 20th and 21st. And this is all ahead of the Biden administration's Global Leaders Climate Summit too. So that will be in concert with Earth Day on April 22nd. So I want to make sure that we're emphasizing how exciting that is, that the current President Biden's administration has decided to have a global climate summit on Earth Day. So that speaks volumes for the new administration. And we're just really honored and really privileged to be affiliated with the administration on Earth Day as well. So Earth Week will bring thousands of groups and millions of voices together to stand up for climate action, bring awareness to humanity's greatest threat of, climate and the climate change. So we want to make sure that we're combating that.
Yeah, that's incredible. And it's going to be such a week that's packed with amazing events and people getting involved in climate change and raising their voices and getting the message out there. Volo Foundation is excited to also be hosting our Florida Climate Week 2021. That same week, it will be April 19th through the 23rd. And it's a solutions-focused week with over 40 sessions that are focused on our changing climate and how you can get involved as well. And we're very excited to be having all of these events happening in conjunction with one another around Earth Day. And it's going to be fantastic. Lots of great information, great ways to get involved, and hopefully we'll be putting some action out there for people to take part in.
Yes, most definitely. I will mention, and we're so excited about the Volo Foundation sponsoring the Florida Climate Summit Week as well. We would love to see that mirrored in other cities around the world. So we spoke with some of your colleagues in regards to that, and I'm hoping that next year we can get a jump start on it and really mirror this climate week in every state in the United States would be a great goal. So that would be awesome. If I could mention just a few other tidbits about the Parallel Climate Summits on April 20th, like I mentioned, that'll be the Global Youth Summit. And that is in partnership with Earth Uprising. So thousands of youth activists that will directly feed the agenda of President Biden's Global Leaders Climate Summit. On April 20th as well, we have the We Shall Breathe with the Hip Hop Caucus and Reverend Lennox Yearwood to examine climate and environmental justice, which is at the forefront of our work. And we need to connect the climate crisis to the issues of pollution, poverty, police brutality, and the pandemic, all with a real justice framework. On April 22nd, on April 21st, as I mentioned, we're gonna Teach for the Planet, the Global Education Summit. So like I said, we are focused on climate literacy this year, and that will be a multilingual virtual summit that will span several time zones and feature prominent activists from every continent and how we're combating climate change, why we need to transform climate education now and today. And then, as mentioned, our Earth Day, April 22nd, multi-hour, multi-channel, live digital event. We'll have workshops, panel discussions, roundtables. We'll have film screenings, special performances, and we also will have world climate leaders and grassroots activists, as well as musicians and celebrities and more. And just to list the last few things of what people can do to get involved in Earth Day this year, we have on our Restore Our Earth website on earthday.org, 51 ways to get involved with Earth Day, because it is the 51st anniversary of Earth Day. So we want to make sure that people are signing on to the climate literacy campaign and advocating for environmental education all around the globe. Make sure that you can organize a cleanup or participate in a cleanup with the Great Global Cleanup. Download the Earth Challenge app, like I mentioned. You can use our food print calculator on our website too to see how your diet is impacting the environment. We have a recipe ebook for plant-based diets that are amazing, and we will have celebrities that will be featuring some of those on Earth Day Live. And you can become a member of earthday.org. We would love to have people become members, and you can take one of our quizzes about specific subject areas. And again, we want you to check us out on www.earthday.org, and then you can backslash also to earth-day-2021.
That sounds great. Lots of amazing resources and information. So definitely check it out. And if you're interested in registering for Florida Climate Week, visit floridaclimateweek.org to sign up and check out the sessions that we'll have available. So thank you so much for being here, Terra. This was amazing and very informative, and we're really looking forward to all of the jam-packed events that we have coming up in April.
Thanks for everything you guys are doing, and thanks for having me today.
Absolutely. It's a joy to see you, and we're looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We have known about it for a long time. We know the problem. We know who caused it. We are the problem, but also the solution. As humans, we have the capacity to adapt, so change is possible. Climate change is a place for tremendous opportunities. Let's work together. We know the facts. Let's learn the solutions. Florida Climate Week by Vola Foundation.